Were you a wrestling fan? Like WWE?
A little bit.
When
I was younger.
You like The Rock? I used to do that.
Everybody liked The Rock, bro.
What's up, everyone? Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, David. We are coming at you from our studio here in Las Vegas, Nevada, with our daily, only on the weekdays, live shows. Today, we are talking about the Federal Reserve. Are they launching what is this going to be a CBDC pilot? Also, Bitcoin whales have awakened. Big money is on the move. We'll talk about that. And of course, another top 20 country is accepting Bitcoin for imports. We'll talk about that and much, much more during the show. Speaking of content, we are no financial advisors, so please do your own research. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host, Big Rob. What's up?
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome, Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, and the stale information and we package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do the deep dives. We periodically put up videos as well, and we're active on social media. So make sure you go follow us on all of our links, handles, and wherever else you can find us.
Discord.
Link handles, and Discord, and all the juicy stuff. Now, Bitcoin's dumping, bro.
Bitcoin's dumping.
It's under 20K. The streets are on fire. People are running.
You know, there's
Bitcoin is selling.
You know, there's a couple positives to when Bitcoin dumps. One is obviously, you know, we buy more. Two is I don't have to watch or listen to you do your stupid bullhorns. Don't, Rocco.
Yeah, wait.
So
It's been a while.
no.
That's the motivation to get the bull market back. It's my bull call.
My
bull call, baby.
All right. I want to share something super cool I got from our community yesterday. So this was in minifigpriceguide.com. Collector's Corner, how to display your minifigures. Here's how Jimmy displays his minifigures. And looky,
Jimmy,
chocolate chip cookie, Jimmy. Apparently, this dude's got his Lego collection is in the top 1 or 10% in the world. This is literally his closet right here.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, this is I grew up on Legos. I still build Legos. And this is just impressive stuff, man. By the way, if you're not in our Discord, head over there. We were talking all night about Legos, about the Top Gun movie. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Everything is color coordinated or color coded or whatever it is. This is cool stuff, man. So big shout out to our friend Jimmy for letting us share this. So yeah, thought this was pretty cool. Were you a Lego fan, Robin? Do you still build Legos?
Oh man, I absolutely love Legos, bro.
My stuff right there.
Yeah. So I know. I think I was telling you guys a story a few weeks ago. My son started building a Minecraft Lego set. Pretty big one. And anyways, he got sidetracked and just stopped building it and was all frustrated. He was like, I am tired of this. I'm done. And anyways, I took over and finished the Lego set.
Your son?
And, yeah.
All he needed was some Robux.
And so anyways, I finished the Lego set. And lo and behold, he pulls up when I'm about 80% through finished building. And he wanted to jump back in. I was like, you done lost your chance, bro. He's like, but Dad, I'm like,
You lost it.
I'm like, look, you gave that project up. Somebody else took the reins.
What Lego was it?
It was the Minecraft one.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
One of some of my favorite ones. I like the Technic ones with the like the bulldozers and the cars and the race cars. It was pretty cool. So again, thanks to Jimmy for sharing that with us. That was pretty cool. With that being said,
and then also, if you guys would like to send us Legos, we will put them together and showcase them on the show. I am literally typing in our address in the description right now. So
when do we have time to build Legos?
Yeah, apparently, yeah. There is a few hours a night.
Yeah, I guess team bonding. I guess
that's right.
All right.
Robin? Right. The address is in the. Here, I might even put our address.
And my desk has been getting a lot of hate. People love your desk. They hate my desk. They say my desk is send it back to the 60s.
Guys,
Do you think my desk sucks?
if you want to send us Legos and or a desk, we have put the address into the description. And, or if you guys want to, if you guys want to send us anything from your own personal life, something you want us to share on the stream.
Robin collects toenail clippings, so if you'd like to send that as well.
Guys, I do have a great idea.
I actually like to make a bone broth with the toenail clippings.
I just got the best idea. We can have a Dave
BBQ sauce.
No, no, please. Your desk wrapped in Lego. There we go. So
what about
that would be cool,
a Lego desk, not a wrap. How about we just build you a Lego desk?
That would be cool.
Oh, wow.
And then when you get mad and you start stomping your fist down at your
damn it, Robin.
desk,
you see the mic is going down.
desk just crumbles, bro.
Damn it, Robin. Anyways, Robin, you know what time it is.
¿Qué pasa? All right, let's get into it. Roll call. All right, so first up in the chat today, we got Crypto and Yogurt. Round of applause. Jimmy up in here as well. Big Swole, Brokioshi, Nordy, Marky Mark. We got not a lot of people in here. Crypto Fanatic, K Factor, Lala, Ari Daniel, and then we got Sir Babe. About rounds it out, huh?
That's it.
Hit
No
or miss,
way.
Fino, Matt K.
I see liquidated shorts. Salvatore.
Liquidated Shorts, Jason, Tox, and Ding Dong Daddy. I think he's new here. Ding Dong Daddy.
He is.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Are we talking about like the ding dong where you ring the doorbell, or the other ding dong?
We're talking about the ding dang, you know what I'm saying?
Ding dang.
The ding dang.
Okay.
I meant Banali also.
Yeah.
Who was?
Benali?
Jason Squires, bro.
Hey, man,
No
Benali?
shout out today to my boy Jay Squires.
I said Jason, bro.
Salvatore Militello is here.
Salvatore, J. Hugh.
Salvatore, J. Hugh. Guys, if I didn't say your name, just say what's up.
Jason.
And we'll say what's up.
Everyone loves the way you say barbecue, Rocco. Can you say it for us?
The barbecue.
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 What's the closest thing you got to barbecue in Italy? What is it?
Oh, we do have some kind of seasoning for steaks. It's not like we don't like barbecue. We just don't like barbecue in place that they don't belong to.
Which is where?
Here's the.
For instance, for you, it's gonna be like a barbecue pina colada. So I don't think that belongs there. So I will stay away from that.
The pina colada's got the garnish is like a pig's head, like on the top.
You guys are clowns.
You know the problem with barbecue sauce here in the United States is at one point, me being a chef, let me tell you.
What's in barbecue sauce, Robin? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm glad you answered. I'm glad you asked because I have a breakdown of barbecue sauce. So traditionally, the grassroots of barbecue sauce was
Story time?
roasted. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, go to him.
We're gonna go
full
right to
screen.
story
I don't
time,
wanna
right off
be
the
on
rip.
camera for
Let's
this.
go.
Just
So
barbecue yogurt.
So if you're wondering what goes into a good barbecue sauce, well, it all starts with molasses. See, the problem with nowadays is that high fructose corn syrup is not an ingredient that should belong anywhere, much less in the fundamental sauce that is barbecue. Molasses, perhaps brown sugar, cane sugar, or at least the granulated sugar if you're really out of options. But I mean that's the backbone there. And then none of this ketchup or tomato paste. You just gotta go buy some tomatoes, roast those things off, add some onions, garlic, some molasses, and take some peppers, char them up. They get nice and smoky.
What kind of peppers?
Depends on what flavor you're going for. But the key here is whole tomatoes, fire roasted, and a real sugar that is not a real sugar substitute, or not substitute. Something that's not high fructose corn syrup.
All sounds good like that.
Yeah, man. And then you let it simmer. You let it hang out. And also vinegar. Vinegar is very important too. Apple cider vinegar is a great option there. But I'm telling you, the high fructose corn syrup, it's and smoked paprika for crypto yogurt. Yes, absolutely. That is a must. And then, barbecue sauce is as diverse as the states of the United States.
So you can put it on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like pizza. Like chips.
Okay. One last thing. Barbecue
Like
sauce.
French fries.
Barbecue sauce is meant to be slathered, layered, and rubbed over top of a meat. It's not on top of a meat. It don't belong there. On chips,
You don't like
pizza?
barbecue? Hold
Wrong.
on. You don't like
Pop-Tart,
barbecue?
yogurt?
You don't
whatever.
like barbecue chips? You don't like barbecue chips?
I'm not saying that. No, I don't, actually. They're nasty, man. They don't belong there. Jimmy with a 5-piece membership donation. Jimmy, thank you so much.
I think he's given out more memberships than we've had members in the last 2 days.
Oh, and then Broke Yoshi putting the open the club emoji. We got a new club emoji. So, in case y'all wondering, when we get to 100 viewers in the chat, we will open up the club. So there you go. All
Excellent.
right.
Thank you for that, Robin.
Oh, you're welcome.
Literally learned nothing. All right. So with that being said, I'd like to send it over back to Robin so you can hear him talk longer. But this time he will be talking cryptocurrency as we are going to be doing our market watch. What are the markets looking like, Robin?
All right. So taking a look at Bitcoin, sitting at $19,618.83. Far off from the 20K. We are
Far
down
off from the 20K.
It is so far, but no,
It's literally $400.
Well, as you can see here, we look at this chart, which makes it seem a lot more dramatic and proves my point. You see the 20,400 here falling off this cliff, and also happens to coincide with the opening of the stock market, which, if you were wondering, is also down. NASDAQ down 1.61%. S&P 500 down 1.36%. The fears of the federal interest rate hikes not only continuing but accelerating to perhaps 0.75 yet again next month, and no signs of relief in that area. Basically, Jerome Powell said he's bringing the pain, and his weapon of choice: interest rate hikes and the destruction of our economy. Thank you for that, Jerome Powell. We applaud you. Give a round of applause for Jerome Powell.
What is he supposed to do? What's he supposed to do?
How about,
It's his fault. It's his fault we're here in the first place. But
exactly.
okay, but
You
now,
printed
okay,
$4.5 trillion.
here's the thing. Okay, but we're in the situation now that you can't change the past. What are you supposed to do, Robin? You're supposed to let inflation go?
No, it's you can just keep it going. I'm just that's like somebody stealing from their work, getting fired, and then deciding what bills he doesn't want to pay because he ain't got no job. And he's like looking at his wife and he's all like, "Hey, what am I supposed to do? I messed up. I lost my job. Yeah. What am I supposed to do?
Go get another job.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should go get another country or another Fed chair. How about that? This sounds like a good idea. That's what he should do. He should resign.
Not gonna happen.
What do you think? You think he should resign, or you think he's doing a good job?
Not doing a good job.
You think he should resign?
Yeah.
I mean, if your job literally is to keep inflation at bay and keep jobs going, the most important one is the inflation. If you just absolutely have the worst,
I can argue.
the worst performance in 40 years, think about it. Could you imagine if you got a job and you're like, yo, you literally tanked this company and it hasn't been as bad as it has for over 40 years. Do you think, doesn't it logically make sense that you might change? I mean, a coach in the National Football League loses 2 seasons in a row and gone. But yet, Jerome Powell is working on his, 7 years now? 6 years?
He started with Trump, I believe, 2016.
That's what I'm saying. 6-7 years.
6 years.
So,
I could be wrong.
at this point, hey, man, maybe we should sign a petition.
Yeah.
Get a petition to get Jerome Powell the hell up out of here because nobody likes your ass.
You think the markets are on edge now? If they replace the Fed chair, the markets are going to completely go bonkers.
Here's the thing. Dude literally was on stage in front of cameras month after month, after month, after month, after month, after printing trillions and trillions of dollars, multiplying the circulating supply of the dollar by 4 to 5 times over the course of 30 months. And during this time of obvious destruction to our currency, he was sitting in the chair saying, hey, this is transitory, bro. Don't worry about this. This will pass. 4.5%. This is nothing, man. It's just a blip on the radar. It's going to drop right back down. 5%. Nah, that's cool, man. Like, don't worry about it. 7%. Okay. At no point in time did he say, I'm wrong. At least Janet Yellen was like, yeah, we got that one wrong. Jerome Powell been like, hey, man, I know what I'm doing. Do you? Do you?
Here's the thing, though, man. What the markets hate more than bad news is uncertainty. If they're not sure where the market's going to go, if they know it's going to go down, if they know monetary policy is tightening, then they can make adjustments. They can move money around. But when everything's up in the air and they have no idea, and you want to talk about having no idea, replacing a Fed chair.
I'm not saying it's a good move for the economy on the short term. Obviously, probably not. But
I don't think anything they can do is good for the economy.
There is a massive lack of accountability when it comes to our politicians and the people in charge of federal branches of government. And it's simple as that. There's a lack of accountability. And this whole like, well, we don't want to change anything. How about this? You change presidency, even though it might need it or it might not. It's just time. And I know he has his time in the office, and then eventually he will go up for the cabinet member. Has to get appointed, but at some point, somebody gonna replace his head.
I'm surprised he wasn't replaced.
Hopefully sooner than later.
I'm surprised he wasn't replaced when Biden came in. By the way, there was news that Biden filed for re-election for 2024.
Biden is still putting his hand out there for handshakes.
Okay, in all honesty, like we joke about it, but I legit think mentally he is.
I watched another video. I watched another video. So this is the second one. I watched another video. He was standing there just talking to the crowd with his hand out, ready to shake somebody. He's just like,
now something.
And then I'm just like, yo, what are you doing, bro?
I think at this point it's a health thing. There's screws are coming unloose up there. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And
you know what else is coming unloose, especially on the topic of inflation. We have the UK inflation could top 22%. Now, you guys think it's bad here when we talk about 9.5, 9.1% CPI. Well, at least it ain't as bad as this. 22% is a projection by Goldman Sachs. So UK inflation could soar above 22% next year if energy prices continue their upward spiral. U.S. investment bank Goldman Sachs warned in a research note dated Monday. How do you date Monday? Does that make sense?
What?
In a research note dated Monday. I feel like you should put the date if you're going to say dated. All right. So in a research report, Goldman Sachs said headline inflation could peak at 22.4% and gross domestic product could drop by 3.4% if energy costs keep rising at their current pace. It comes after British households were hit with the projected, listen to this, 80% increase in energy bills in the coming months. Now, this is an 80% increase from where we currently are right now, which is already up over 100%.
That's the UK, right?
Yes. So,
you want to see something crazy?
And then, so just to finish out this article, so taking the average annual household bill from $4,197, it should be up to $4,000. So, could you imagine paying $4,000?
That's fucking ridiculous.
$200 in 1 year for your energy. I mean, that is, it's a lot.
Look at this. Look at this. 9,800 essentially dollars. This is in euros. This is a small coffee shop in Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. $9,800 for power.
Yeah.
Dude, like, we laugh, and I've laughed, but this shit's not funny, man. Like, people will literally have to.
It's like a painful laugh.
People
bro.
will literally have to shut their businesses down. They're gonna have to freeze their, like, what?
I was talking with my father back in Italy. And
Yeah,
he
go
lives
ahead,
in
please,
the
Rocco.
countryside. Yeah, he lives in the countryside where they produce a lot of wine in there. And a lot of the company, they used to pay like, let's say, $200,000 in electricity a year. They end up to be over $1 million. And now they can, it's either they pay the electricity or they shut down. So that's it. That's how it is.
Crazy, man.
So I won't be surprised. You will see a lot of stuff, price.
So
To go crazy in price from Europe and Italy, or
you gotta think that all the free markets are tied together, and so if the cost of European-made automobiles go up by a factor of 10%, then you should expect to see American-made cars go up as well, because if the going rate for a mid-sized sedan is, say, $25,000, it would logistically and economically not make sense to charge, $19,000 here in the U.S. for the American-made ones, even though the price dictates it, because the free market is willing to pay a certain amount. So this is where inflation comes from. Inflation is not just pigeonholed to certain countries, because this is a network of free trade. And anyways, let's get into some crypto. Real quick, taking a look at the crypto bubbles. We are all in the red. So everything is down, not surprisingly. For the week, everything is down. And then for the month, well, might I say it again? Everything is down, except for Chili's. And
Wait, Chili's the restaurant?
no,
You like Chili's the restaurant?
Chili's is
Trash.
awful, bro.
God awful.
You know what?
Applebee's or Chili's?
No, I was about to say, all of these chain restaurants, at some point growing up, they used to be better. Now everything is frozen. And I come from the restaurant industry, I'll tell you, and I got my start in these franchises. But restaurants, these chains, everything's frozen. They're made in warehouses, and then they're sent in bags. They basically just cut them open and then pour sauces into a little pan and warm them up. And then all of the proteins, and those are all fried now, except for burgers. Those are frozen and thrown on the grill. So burgers and steaks thrown on the grill. Everything else is fried. I mean, think about it. Everything is fried or it comes frozen. There's no actual prepping. There's no actual receiving of ingredients and making recipes like that. Those days are gone. At least in the Applebee's, Ruby Tuesdays, and Chili's and all that. And so I guess I don't blame them. Economically, it's easier. It's cheaper to do that. But you just have to crank up the preservatives, calories, and simplify the cooking so that way old Joe Schmo can be in the back there just with a pair of scissors opening up bags. Now,
What is this joke?
at some point we will talk crypto. And the only reason I'm not talking crypto is because the fear and greed index is at 27. And I'm trying to give you a peace of mind. I'm trying to do the old magician, the old bait and switch. And look over here. Don't look over there.
All right,
Because
calm down, Avalanche.
the markets are down.
Calm down,
And
Avalanche.
I know y'all are fearful. Beachhead. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Beach has been here before.
Has he? Well, welcome back. You get a double hola. All right. That's all I got. What do
That's all
you
you
got?
got?
What do you got over there, brother?
You want to know what I got? Here's what I got. Bitcoin whale activity wakes up as Bitcoin hovers just above 20K. According to a new post, the data aggregator Sentiment highlights the uptick in wallets which hold between 100 and 10,000 Bitcoin as a reassuring indicator that after the markets tanked last Friday, yes. Some of these articles are written so poorly. There's a quote, as Bitcoin has danced around 20K this weekend, a positive sign is the growth in the amount of key whale addresses. There is a correlation between Bitcoin's price and the amount of addresses holding 100 to 10,000 Bitcoin, and they're up 103 in the past 30 days. Well, let's look. This is the wallets with over 100 Bitcoin. And you can see I have zoomed this thing in from October of last year to now. We've been in this little uptrend since July 27th. And we're currently sitting at 15,942 wallets with over 100 Bitcoin. When we go over to 1K, same thing, been trending up since August 2nd. We are currently sitting at 2,153 wallet addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin. And when we go to the mega whales, again, trending up recently. We're currently sitting at
what exactly do you consider a mega whale? Like,
dude,
is that like a humpback whale?
That's a blue whale, biggest mammal on Earth.
Is that the blue
almost
whale?
100 wallets that have over 10,000 Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's moving. Well, the whales are moving. And as far as some price action on Bitcoin, I have the 1 hour chart pulled up. Pretty positive candles are forming here, down here on the bottom. This 19.5 has been really good support. We're pretty oversold on the stochastics. And if I throw my Ichimoku on here, just kind of see, we were turning red, but now we look like we might be turning green again. We'll want to see this lagging indicator, which is a 26-day going backwards moving average. We want to see that above price, and we want to see price at least break into this green cloud. And we want to see blue flip red on these moving averages here. That is short term. As far as long term, consolidating. Took a big step down here on the 26th, which is when Powell spoke, and then another big leg down today after the markets opened. And you can see here, if we keep the Ichimoku cloud, drawings real quick. We're nowhere close to saying, hey, kind of short or medium to long term, we're in a bullish scenario. So, hey, dollar cost average in, and what prices you want to dollar cost average in, and what price you want to dollar cost average out. If I just take this is the sunset levels on Crypto Stackers. I took the lowest low of the cycle, which was 17,500, and for the high, I took a local high on May 30th, which was right around 32K. You see at the 1-to-1 level at 25K, tons of resistance. We've wicked up there a few times. We are currently sitting below the 3-to-1 long level. So your incentive to long Bitcoin at this price is better than 3-to-1. So I'd look at this 3-to-1 long level as a resistance until we can cross above, settle above it, and then use that as support moving forward. Also want to take a look at the Dixie. This is the dollar index in comparison to other top foreign currencies like the Chinese yuan, like the Japanese yen. And you might wonder, why does the stock market tank when the Dixie goes higher? Think of it this way. Out of the S&P 500 companies, 40% of their profits come from overseas. And if the dollar strengthens and foreign currencies weaken, and prices remain the same, they are getting less dollars back for the same product. And so what drives Wall Street is corporate profits, earnings. So when those go down, because the foreign currencies of the countries they're operating in decreases against the dollar, and they receive dollar in return for their products and services, profits go down. And that is exactly how the stock market speculates on shares of companies. So if you're wondering why the Dixie is so important, this is why. Also with Bitcoin, like you can literally see like a pure correlation of the Dixie to Bitcoin. When the Dixie drops, Bitcoin goes up, and vice versa is the same. So we'll keep an eye on this as well. Also, I've been keeping my eye on the euro dollar. Nothing's moved yet. So we should see that thing move as we get about a week into the next Fed meeting, which I believe is September 21st. So a lot of things going to happen in September. We're 2.5 months away from the midterm elections. We should see Bitcoin and crypto and the traditional markets kind of float a little bit until Jerome Powell speaks. And a lot of people might think that a change of guard in the midterms, that if the Congress flips to Republican from Democrat, that's going to be bad for the markets. Quite the contrary. That'll create a stalemate between Congress and the president, which is what the markets like because they know no big legislation will be passed. So that's my 3 cents I got there.
Then also, Bitcoin BMW. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Where? Bitcoin BMW? Let me see his name.
He was up earlier. He said something earlier. I just want to interrupt you.
BTC BNB.
Also, ladies, gentlemen, hit that like button. Let's get the chat going. Let's get some people in here. Let's open up the club. I want to use some new emojis up in here. Also, we got one more new emoji to make. I just had a revelation. You know what I think we should make our new emoji?
What?
BBQ sauce bottle. What do you think, guys?
Love it.
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
We should make a frappuccino with a spoon in it. Hey, listen.
Look good.
We were at 57 viewers. And we dropped down to 41. I don't like that. You think they don't like you? It's definitely you, not me.
What do you think? I mean, I'm sure there is, but do you think there is? A second.
Can't imagine what stupid thing he's talking about now. Do I think there's what, Robin?
Hold on.
Well done.
Oh, it
it's
is.
there. He found it.
Pull it up.
Okay.
There it is. BBQSwap Finance.
Such a clown. You're such a clown.
If you're looking to sweeten up your portfolio,
Sweet and sour.
you want to lather some barbecue sauce on that Shiba Inu, look no further than BBQSwap Finance. Thank you. Not an endorsement.
All right,
do
guys.
not buy that.
Let's go ahead and get into some of the big news of the day. Today, first, we're talking the Federal Reserve Payments Pilot incorporates Ripple partner Volante Technologies. This is sourced from BN Crypto. Volante Technologies announced its participation in a pilot for the Federal Reserve's new instant payment platform, FedNow. The service aims to provide American consumers and businesses with instant payment services that deliver control, convenience, and certainty. Control for who? The Fed or for the consumer? Now, Volante did partner with Ripple in 2015 to provide XRP settlement. So although it's not directly with Ripple or XRP, it is indirectly, because Volante is a key partner in the entire Ripple ecosystem. It goes on. There's a quote from Esther George, the president and CEO of the Federal Reserve Bank of Kansas City. Today, with the FedNow launch date in sight, mid-2023, we are pleased with the collaboration and dedication our pilot participants have brought to advanced modern payments in America. Okay. I want to go back one. The service aims to provide American consumers and businesses with instant payment services that deliver control, convenience, and certainty. So currently, with the Fed Reserve, the central bank, only a certain participants have access directly to the Fed's account. Only a certain amount of them have a direct link to the Fed. They're expanding that. There's about 120 companies that applied for this pilot program. So now your smaller your smaller local credit unions, banks that didn't make the cut, smaller banks, obviously not Wells Fargo or Chase or whatnot, they're now going to have direct access to the Federal Reserve. And so for me, this is, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, the first step to mass CBDC adoption and essentially getting all consumers, not just banks, not just money market funds, not just preferred lenders, to have access to the Federal Reserve. And if you didn't catch the show Sunday, what Keeper said about how terrible a CBDC would be, I'm along those same lines. I hate the idea of a CBDC. And so in my opinion, this is something that is a precursor to what we're going to see. And this is going to go live in 2023. And what I think is going to happen is they're going to roll out this pilot program. They're going to see how it works, and they're going to keep expanding in the business sector, in the technology sector, and then it'll start slowly seeping into consumers. And then next thing you know, oh, if you're getting a tax return this year, you need to open up an account at the Fed, and we will send you CBDC. So that's what I took away from this. Robin, what did you kind of take away?
So I know that it sounds like it has all the makings of a CBDC, but they didn't mention it. And this is better than what we had before. And so I welcome it with open arms, because you know what? It's time to upgrade this trash ass, old, outdated payment system and to go to a faster, more efficient way.
They're not updating anything. They're literally just giving more people an account at the Fed. That's all they're doing.
Supposed to be instant finality. instead of 3 to 5 days of business days of pending with the little circle going around and around. And so as long as I don't see CBDC tied to it, your boy.
Okay, but do you honestly believe, in your opinion? Come on.
It is probably, they're probably laying the groundwork for the CBDCs.
Thank you.
However, here's the thing. We do have a bias against the CBDCs. But it is, and not trying to be funny, but it is time to upgrade the old SWIFT system. Here's the thing. We can't be 100 years from now and still using something that takes 5 to 10 business days to settle. I mean, if you do a wire transfer, if you decide not to use crypto, which is a majority of people around the world, if you decide not to use crypto in payments and transfers, at least make that infrastructure a little bit more up to date, right? CBDCs are coming.
What are your thoughts on the indirect tie to Ripple?
That's pretty big, man.
Volante is a big part of the Ripple network, using XRP to facilitate payments.
Yeah.
Is that surprising to you? Now, we had kind of a mini conversation about this before the show, but I said, why would they partner with someone who's got such deep ties to a company that's being sued by the government, by the SEC?
These branches of government are they're independent of one another. And not to mention, they don't necessarily like one another. I mean, they don't like despise each other usually, but they kind of like turn a blind eye to what the other agencies are doing.
So you think the Fed is
I grew up in a military town. Okay, so my dad is a retired Navy. Let me tell you, Air Force, Navy, Marines, they all play for the same team, right? But they talk a lot of crap about one another. The Air Force thinks they're the greatest people on the planet. So does the Navy. Marines think they're the.
Who does the Navy have beef with?
I mean, they all kind of don't like each other. Honestly, I think the Air Force and the Navy are what heads the most. I think. I don't know. I grew up in the largest naval base in the world in Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia, and it was all Navy, and yeah, they don't like the they don't like the Coast Guard though.
I don't think anyone likes the Coast Guard.
I like,
and this is not me saying this. I respect all military branches.
I think they just look at it as the easiest path of entry into the armed services. So people just throw shade at that. Compare, like to get in like the Marines, it's a little bit more difficult as far as the training.
Same thing with the Army.
Yeah, versus just like the Coast Guard. I
okay,
mean, you get where I'm getting at. So maybe that's it. But anyways, what I'm saying is that these government agencies, they work independent of one another, and a lot of times they do things to spite one another. You watch those old cop movies where the cops and the FBI, they're like, don't tell the FBI. I know it's all it's all make believe, but Jimmy with a piece, my dude. Also, and then Big Swole, he signed up for our hodler. Can we get the hodler animation up? A boy over here. Look at him. You get your own person. Look at that. You get your own personal animation.
We know we don't put up a lot of members' videos. We are so focused on so many different things, and that falls on me as a content guy. So for that, I apologize, but I promise we will start doing more member stuff. And in the meantime, we just appreciate you guys' support. Also, I want to crown.
That's how we pay our lease here and our utilities is with memberships and super chats and all that.
I want to make,
appreciate it, guys.
I want to make someone an honorary member of Sin City Crypto. I am from here on out dubbing Jimmy as the hype man of Sin City Crypto. Jimmy, the hype man, Jimmy.
No, we need the bullhorn sound, the club sound.
Jimmy, don't let us down. Jimmy's officially here. He also said he's coming to Vegas and he would like to take the desk I have and take it in the back and
do me a favor.
Burn it.
Every time anybody mentions Jimmy's name, just drop bullhorn on him.
Okay.
Maybe Jimmy needs an emoji. I was thinking the same thing. Should Jimmy get an emoji?
Because then everybody will want
you're
an emoji.
right. We don't want to alienate anyone. We love you guys. Love all of you. Okay. So, Robin, are you saying that the Fed is essentially slapping Gary Gensler across the face? they're saying, hey, we don't really care what lawsuit you got going on. We don't really care
I
you're
don't
probably
think.
gonna lose.
I just don't think they. I think they are looking to facilitate faster and payments, faster, easier, cheaper, more efficient. And I think they're just looking at what options are on the table. And there's not a lot of options. I mean, you got Stellar Lumens, and then you got XRP, and then after that, you got a bunch of untested projects. So if you're gonna be running America's payment system, I mean, the federal.
Quant is supposed to be.
But what I'm saying is that you can't go with something that's new.
Okay,
because
so why don't you go with
talking.
XLM? Why don't you go with Stellar? They don't have a lawsuit hanging over their head.
I'm just saying that it makes sense to go with the one that's been around the longest.
XLM, the difference is it's been designed for be peer-to-peer for customer, while XRP, Ripple, it works all these ties in these years to be facilitate
for enterprises.
And and business. That's the main difference between one another. So the infrastructure is bigger. That's it.
Yeah, I just think XRP is more well suited for this, and that's essentially what they're designed for, is to facilitate transactions from corporations to corporations or nation states, central banks, federal governments to other parties. That's literally what the white paper was trying to address. And they've been around the longest. And you know what? I'm sure there's probably some inside snickering with the Fed, like, oh, watch, SEC gonna be mad about this one. Hey, yeah, let's partner up with this payment rail. So there you go.
All right, chat, let us know. Put a 1 if you think this is laying the groundwork for a future CBDC, and put a 2 if you think this is I am overblowing it. So
then we got David Brumbiello. Has he been here before?
David Bumblebee
Tuna. Hola! Welcome to City Crypto.
Why can't he be the Bumblebee the Transformer?
Tuna. Was it Bumblebee Tuna?
Yeah.
I always wondered why, so you've seen the cans of the tuna, the one that says like chicken of the sea.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering, why don't they make a canned chicken and call it tuna to land? No.
Usually you're pretty funny, Robin. That was dumb. Okay.
What were the ones and twos again?
No, the thing is, I buy my tuna, but it comes in a glass jar.
And I get freaking.
No, it's for real.
I get destroyed for barbecue sauce. 1 if you think this is laying the groundwork for a CBDC. 2 if you think this is overblown. So while the chat figures that out, I am going to go ahead and move on. A DEX accidentally hits a kill switch on the Solana mainnet, locking 660,000 USDC. A decentralized crypto options exchange cut its own life short after unwittingly executing a command that closed its mainnet program and made it irrecoverable. The name of such DEX is Optify. They informed users that its platform had come to an unceremonious end after its development team tried to update its code on Monday. The program incident also locked up some 660,000 USDC on chain, which a large bulk of it was from one in-house team member. The company has also urged other developers working on Solana to be wary of the ramifications of the Solana program close command. So what the hell happened? It began with an attempt to deploy an update to its Solana program code. The deployment took longer than usual due to bad network status, Solana, and the command was canceled. Then an error message was returned indicating that the program had been closed and could not be redeployed unless a new program ID was used. Discussions with a Solana core developer confirmed the team's fears that it would not be able to redeploy the program with its previous ID.
You know what this reminds me of? You remember the Jurassic Park movie where they had to shut off the power grid?
Yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson's right there.
Yeah.
He's like, hold on to your butts. He turns off the grid. They're like, we don't know if it's gonna come back on. Oh man, somebody done messed up, bro.
Is this on Solana or is it on this Optify guy?
It has nothing to do with Solana.
How do you have a code in there and someone tries to update the code and then it just shuts them off?
Yeah, man. You be careful with these dApps that you're not familiar with, because basically this is what happens. You have inexperienced people, code that hasn't been vetted, and it's just ripe for this type of stuff. So I never heard of this DEX before. Have you heard of it before?
Optify, no.
Yeah. And so, especially right now, why would you be messing around with something called Optify or BBQ Finance?
Well, it's
you know, at the end of the day,
it's a very unique DEX in that it's an options exchange.
Yeah.
So there's, as far as I know, there's not very many out there. Look, this is exhibit 59 of why we're so early in the space. You have inexperienced developers who haven't worked in blockchain for a long time. I mean, the technology's been here for a while, but the adoption and intellectual property flowing into the blockchain industry has not been where it needs to be, and it's to no fault of their own. And so mistakes like this are going to be made. That is why numerous times when we talk about putting your money somewhere, A, never put all your eggs in one basket, and B, go with the tried and true. Go with the one that's been through hell and back. The people that have ran across problems and conquered them. And so Optify was new. Now, I guess the good news, though, they have come out and said that anyone that had money locked in there will get refunded. But here's what I'm curious. An in-house team member had like 90% of that USDC. A little fishy to you, or am I thinking too much into this?
yeah, it might be something to it, man. Not surprised though. Something this small, you usually have a handful of big players that control the whole thing or have TVL locked up in it. So
I wonder if chains like ETH and Avalanche have a similar kill switch as far as locking coins on a mainnet and not being able to redeploy it.
I'm sure they do, but there's probably multiple safeguards to stop that, I would assume.
So you're saying Solana doesn't have those safeguards?
But is this Solana's fault? No.
I mean, that's the way they have it set up. That's the way they have it set up. An error message was returned indicating that the program had been closed. So there was an error message. Here, look. An error message was returned, could not be redeployed unless a new program ID was used. I'm not a developer, so I'm not going to comment too deep into this, but just using, the knowledge I do have and just common sense.
So you think this is a bug in Solana's chain?
I mean, bro,
I think
look, they've urged other developers to be wary of the ramifications of the close command. So,
no, I mean,
I don't know, man.
Here's the thing. If you close an application on your computer, do you blame Windows?
But they were updating it,
right?
man. But
Here's the thing, like if I close, if I end task on my application, it's your own fault, bro.
All right, look. Honestly, if Solana didn't have all these issues, I probably wouldn't think too much of it.
If it was Solana's problem, if there was a fundamental error in Solana's code, this would be so front and center. People would be like, Solana's broken, blah, blah, blah. And maybe Solana didn't make it as obvious or transparent that this could happen. But I don't think anything. I don't think this has anything to do with Solana outside of it being on their chain.
I don't know. I'm curious if there's any techie nerds in our, and by nerd I don't mean that in a negative sentiment. If there's any tech nerds, please let me know if you've looked into consensus of other blockchains and how they run and whether these commands are in there, and if this is the protocol or this is standard protocol. Let us know in the chat. I'm curious because I don't have a tech background. I wish Seth was here. We would ask him.
And then we got II22. He's been here before, right? If not, hola! Welcome to Crypto.
II22?
Yeah.
Where?
He put a...
oh, there we go. Just put a 22.
JBFL too.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been here.
All right, we'll see. I'm sure more will come out of this, and we'll talk about it. All right, let's move on. Iran. Greenlights Bitcoin crypto payments for imports. Per a report from the Bitcoin magazine, Iran passed an act which enables the use of Bitcoin and crypto payments for imports through a comprehensive legal framework. Minister Fatimi Amin reportedly reiterated the authorization was an agreement between the Ministry of Industry and the central bank, arguably suggesting a multi-departmental consensus on the viability of Bitcoin as a means for international payments. Now, here are some stats and facts about Iran. They boast the 21st largest economy by GDP with over $1.33 trillion. Iran imports, their imports exceeded $38 billion in 2021. And remember, they previously banned the mining of Bitcoin, citing power grid concerns. So,
this is juicy.
Rob?
Yeah,
Share your thoughts.
Okay,
and then I got a couple thoughts.
If you haven't been plugged into mainstream media as far as what's going on with Russia, Ukraine, Iran has jumped into the ring as well. Now, Iran has been supplying Russia with drones that are to be used in the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Now, Iran has also, been sanctioned and under heavy scrutiny with the U.S. Due to its development of nuclear weapons. So you have multiple things happening here. One, you got sanctions. Two, you got beef between the U.S. and Iran. And then three, you have an active partnership with Russia, which we already know that the U.S. is going against the actions of Russia when it comes to the conflict in Ukraine. So now you're seeing that people are unplugging from the idea that you need to hold the US dollar to transact for trade. And that was the standard. It was only 3 years ago, not even 2 years ago, a year ago, that we were using...
Make up your mind, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying that, like...
2 years ago, a year ago, 1 day ago. Actually, it was an hour ago.
This morning. That you don't... It was a time where you only use the U.S. dollar to transact internationally. The price of oil has always, since the 70s, it has always been in dollars. The same thing for all trade, whether it's wheat or just the transfer of electronics, bought and sold in dollars when it goes across borders. And you need to hold dollars to buy said items. And so if you got beef with the U.S. and the U.S. got beef with you and they dropping sanctions, you got all kinds of drones flying all over the place.
What's beef? Beef is when your moms ain't safe up in the streets. Name me the rapper who sang that song. The first person to name it, we'll get a round of applause. Robin, do you know who sang that song?
Biggie.
Damn it. Anyways, okay. On a serious note.
So
on a serious note.
This is, I think they're laying the groundwork.
Is this bad for Bitcoin?
No, not at all. It just shows you. It shows you that if you're tired of institutions, if you're tired of governments, if you're tired of politics being in your finance, you can always just fall back on crypto.
Okay, if there were no sanctions on a country like Iran, okay, would things be different? Would they be a nuclear power? Would they be a stronger economy?
You can drop what ifs on everything, bro. You can say, what if there was no inflation?
Okay,
what if they didn't print money? The thing is, it is what it is. And you know what? People are fed up with it. And not only are people fed up with the finances and the politics, but so are nations. And if you're forced
you
to
understand that if the world comes off the US dollar, that is terrible for this country. You understand that, right?
Now, you do understand it. If you want worldwide adoption of Bitcoin, you got to come off the US dollar, right?
I'm just letting you know.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm letting you know back.
I'm letting you know back.
Okay, this is weird. What do does the chat think? Are you bullish on this or are you bearish on this?
Here's the thing. Like if you are yay America, yay US dollar, there's no worldwide adoption of Bitcoin. And so we started our channel because we believe in blockchain technology and the disruptive technology that it is, it's supplanting all of the old outdated payment rails and money printing and politic manipulation. All of that goes away with crypto, or at least with Bitcoin, and more or less top crypto projects. And that's what I'm here for. And you know what? It ain't gonna be an easy transition. It ain't, you know, when the U.S. loses its world reserve currency, or could you lose its world reserve currency, it will come off of the back of our financial prosperity. Unfortunately, it is what it is. And unless the U.S. gets behind crypto first and leads the charge. If they go and put Bitcoin in the treasury asset, if they encourage companies to use crypto as payments, if they start using crypto to facilitate.
That's a good point. So you're saying get ahead of the game because it's happening anyways. So why aren't they doing that?
Because there's not enough liquidity. It's still a new market, and they can't plug their $200 trillion ecosystem into something that's only worth 1.5 trillion.
Not even
1.5 trillion for
my Bitcoin or the market cap?
The market of crypto.
1 trillion, barely.
Oh yeah, it is. It's under $1 trillion right now. Yeah. Never mind.
It was
1.5.
What's the price at Bitcoin? Just curious.
Bitcoin's at $19,769.
Look, is there any instance you can see the dollar and Bitcoin can coexist as far as on a global stage? What we're seeing, Bitcoin being
it already
accepted?
is. Every stable coin is backed in dollar, or all the major stable coins. There are European ones as well, but so right now, here's the thing: Circle, USDT, most of their reserves are in dollars or dollar-denominated paper holdings. One of the two, bonds, aka. And so every time you buy dollars in the form of stable coins, if you're in another country, you're investing in the U.S. economy. So right now, look here, pull up my laptop. You have the top number 3, 4, and 6 on this market cap list are all dollar-based stable coins. So right here, you got 20 billion, 52 billion, 67 billion dollars.
$140 billion.
Just straight up right there. Just those. And then you can go down the list and you got your DAI, you got
Leo.
No,
That's not a stable coin.
They do. Leo does have a stable coin, but that's not that one. But anyways, that is all investment in the US. So if you were to just scrub the name out here and just put investment in the US, it would be here, here, and here. That's essentially what it is. And so right now, the US, at least our financial, investing in the US economy is fundamentally integrated with Bitcoin and just crypto in general. So this right here will probably expand, become bigger, because I feel like the dollar is still the go-to median to set price. Nobody really talks about Bitcoin hitting 100,000 euros. It's not even in Europe, people aren't really beating that drum so much.
All right, let's move on. Ripple versus SEC. Here is how much SEC's actions have cost investors. Sourced from You Today. An active discussion has been brewing about the $1 billion loss resulting from the actions of fraudsters. This discussion brought up the fact that despite the $1 billion loss, the actions of the US SEC are much more damaging to investors in terms of dollar value. They quote from John Deaton, the beloved attorney. This is the guy everyone goes to for XRP news. He's a lawyer. And $15 billion was lost because the SEC intentionally chose not to limit the allegations against Ripple to specific sales made by Ripple and its executives, but instead alleged all XRP, including secondary market sales of XRP, are unregistered securities. So what he's saying is the SEC is focusing on, well, $1 billion was lost. People are getting frauded. People are losing money. But on the back end, they brought up a lawsuit against, at the time, a top 5 cryptocurrency. And instead of honing in on where they thought their actions were illegal, they essentially blanket banned the whole thing. And I know ban's is a very strong word, but essentially what he's saying. Does he have a point, Robin? Is the SEC, are they, what's the word I'm looking for? They say one thing but do the other.
Douchey?
No, when they say one thing and do the other.
Fiduciary.
No. Hypocrites. Are they hypocrites?
Douchey hypocrites. Yes. Here's the thing. I don't even think that is accurate. I think it's more than $15 billion. In my opinion.
Yeah.
Now, taking a look at the charts here, we have most of the cryptocurrencies from the 17 bull run. They crossed all-time highs, or they surpassed their all-time highs in this last bull run. And so we did see at one point that XRP was over $3 back in 2018. And if you were to compare, let's just say, for example, Cardano, just as an example, I'm just trying to pick some projects that were out last cycle. So 2018, XRP hit over $3. 2018, Cardano hit $1. And so they 3x'd at the height. And so it wouldn't have surprised me if you're just kind of taking that straight ratio. I mean, you can even look at Ethereum, for example. Remember, XRP was actually ahead of Ethereum at one point in time as far as price and market cap. Ethereum was at 1,154. So, internet's fine, bro.
You sure?
I'm tripping. All right. Sorry, David's over here freaking out talking about the internet now. All right, so we got Ethereum at one. So last cycle, Ethereum basically hit $1,000, and then well over $4,000 here. So,
okay, do you think? So you think it was more than $15 billion that was lost? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is that there is a huge amount of money that would have been made if they didn't have a lawsuit. And so what I was saying is that if you take the baseline 3 to 4x from all-time highs of the last cycle, XRP was at $3, and then it went all the way up. It should have been up to $10, right?
Yeah.
What, $10 to $12? And so where are they at now? Right now, if you were to take, they are $15 billion. Look, they're $16 billion right now. So a 2x from where they're at right now would put them at 60 cents, which would be $32 billion. And you're talking about a 10x essentially. And, a 10x, it sounds crazy, but a 10x from right now, from where it is right now, would put it on even below Ethereum at number 3. And that makes sense. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm having computer issues, guys. I apologize. Anyways, threw it off a little bit, but yeah.
All right. What you got? What else you got?
Well, I had another article, but I can't share my computer apparently. I wish we had a tech guy in our community. Jimmy. I'm kidding, of course. All right, so this next one, let's tell you what happened. So Alexis Ohanian, which is the co-founder of Reddit, Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, he is trying to raise money for a He's trying to raise money for a crypto VC firm, okay? So they're trying to raise $177 million to bring it into the cryptocurrency markets. And this is not his first. So if you remember, Reddit launched the NFT avatars for Reddit. And at the time, Alexis Ohanian had already stepped down as a CEO or the co-CEO. And now it seems like he stepped back and he's pushing forward an agenda for him and his VC firm that they're creating to get deeper into crypto. So $177 million might not seem a lot, but that's a lot of money. And we're talking about venture capital money. We're talking about big time investors, big fish that are going to be dipping their toes in the markets. And there's a quote that I remember. There's a quote. The volatility on cryptocurrency right now is extremely high. So what better time to get into cryptocurrency than now? So while we sit here and we look at wild swings in cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we get nervous and we get scared, this is what large money is doing. This is what investors are doing. This is what hedge funds and venture capital firms are doing. They look at volatility as an opportunity. And if we do the same and we look at volatility and we see Bitcoin go from 30 to 20K, instead of shitting our pants and leaving YouTube and not looking at our portfolios and deleting our exchange apps and essentially wallowing in our own sorrows, we should be looking at that as an opportunity, because it is. You got people that are worth billions of dollars, have so much faith in the future of crypto and blockchain that when the markets are tanking and there's blood in the streets, what do? They raise $180 million to put it into crypto. Are you as bullish on this as I am, Robin?
I was trying to troubleshoot your stuff.
Okay.
What was the topic?
So the co-founder of Reddit, they said the best time is when there's volatility. And the point I made is people get scared and people get nervous when there's volatility, and they shut off YouTube and they delete their exchange apps on their phones because they don't want to see it. When people who have money, they do things like launch VC funds to try to raise $177 million to throw it into crypto. I mean, I don't know about you guys watching. To me, that's super bullish. So
also, we have the result from the poll about the previous article. That we ask if the country like Iran adopting Bitcoin, it was something bad for them. So
what's the poll say?
So no, for 75%, don't care 21%, and yes 3%. So definitely doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Again, and I have the article here. It says the name of the venture capital fund is 776. It was co-founded by Alexis Ohanian, which is Armenian, just like me. And the name of the fund is going to be dubbed Kryptos, but with a K, Krypto with a little Ola apostrophe S. And they'll be focused on investing in crypto, citing ongoing market volatility as a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, so here's the article. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties pulling it up. But also, I do want to say to Crypto Billy, I don't think we've ever given him an actual Ola here.
I've seen him in a lot of channels. He's pretty active in a lot of communities. Crypto Billy.
So Crypto Billy, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Everyone is in green or blue.
Everybody.
Except my man Tox.
Why is...
Hey, Tox, there's been a crap load of...
you need to enable your
enable
there.
gifts, my man. You've been in our community for a while. I want to see your name in green, bro.
Honestly, I know I've said it before, but we do 0 sponsorships. So let me say the level of appreciation I got for you guys. This is literally how we're trying to pay the lease. We get about 30% of our lease payment from the crew here. So maybe one day we'll get to 100%, and then we don't lose money coming in here every day. That's,
hey, you know what though, man?
But you know what? I don't mind putting in money to grow our community and to move this space forward. So for me, it's well worth it. You guys are all my close friends. So.
You know what, Robin?
What's up?
You do have a heart. I am no longer going to call you a lizard anymore. That was touching me. If you don't know Rob, He is not a very sentimental person. He does not do well with emotion. He will never tell you he loves you.
Nope.
I think the only person I've heard him say I love you to is his kids. Do you even tell your wife you love her?
I don't tell anybody I love her. I don't. As bad as it sounds, I don't say to my mom.
Hey, look,
I don't know,
people.
man. I need to spread more love, but we also need to spread more like button. That's right.
Yeah. So Rob, let's get back to this Alexis Ohanian. Okay.
Okay. So looking at the other slide here, we have. If you want to read it.
Yeah. As per funding material, investors in the fund will be charged a 2.5% management fee, which is extremely high. Okay. I was almost had my securities license, I have an insurance license, I have an annuities license. 2.5 is like more than double what the average is for management fees. Usually like 0.75 is considered okay. What 2.5 is just a ripoff, in my opinion. But they'll be eligible to earn 25% in carried interest. Notably, the returns will potentially surge to 35% if the fund manages to record five-fold returns or more, which we know sounds like a lot for traditional markets. But for the crypto markets, I don't know about you, Robin. To me, five-fold is not.
You know what this reminds me of? Facebook had a lot of investment and buying up of companies in its earlier days. And Reddit's community and its pull in the broader markets when it comes to social media platform is growing. They're taking a bigger piece of the pie. It was only 5 years ago, Reddit was like an underground thing for gamers, realistically. And now it's grown. And more people, professionals, industries as in its entirety are using Reddit. And now they are basically hedging their future. They're taking investment. They're investing in technology that will probably get more wider adoption. Well, I don't even want to say probably. You know what? We're a crypto channel. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Crypto is going to revolutionize the world. And the companies that are behind it, the companies that have
early?
That are in early, it's not only me and you. It's not only you sitting there on the couch or in your car or wherever you're at. It's not just you. It's also institutions. And whoever's in early, this disruptive technology will pay you forward tenfold, 20-fold, 100-fold. And so that's why I don't mind investing money in our own studio and making zero return and reinvesting everything, because I know, and like you said, in the long term, it all pays off. So
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both bullish on this.
Super bullish.
Okay, do you think okay, so the whole interest thing, right? They can earn up to 35% interest if they get 5x returns. So as far as I know, and I haven't looked deeply into other investment firms and what they, as far as returns on crypto, what they promise, but 35% is a lot of money. And I know everyone, when they hear 20%, 15%, 40%, 100%, you think immediately scam, you think immediately Celsius, you think immediately Terra Luna, Anchor, but this is from the traditional world. And the traditional world has a lot more eyes on them from a regulatory standpoint.
Also, another thing I want to mention, we got Crit Cat. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Enjoying
Crit Cat
some...
is on a road trip.
Yeah. And Talk said, I feel bad. I feel like I'm not helping, but I refuse to give YouTube any sort of info. Hey, man, money's not the only way people help. You can help by being an active member of our community. You can help by, welcoming new people into the chat. There's plenty of ways to help. Rome wasn't built in a day, and Rome wasn't built by one man. Speaking of Rome and pyramids.
Yeah, they were two brothers.
How do you think, wait, what? Rocconese just...
Yeah, they would say, he say the Rome wasn't built from one guy. They were two brothers. Remolo and Romo.
You're saying me and Robin are brothers?
I don't know if you're going to build Rome, but yeah, two brothers. Yeah.
Who built the pyramids, Robin?
There we go. Ancient Alien.
The Egyptians?
Yeah, but there was no mechanical...
Oh, you're going to go on the
No,
aliens?
I'm not. I'm asking. Also,
So
Hold
if
on.
you're curious, they actually
our
use
favorite PA, our favorite person. Boris is in the chat. Crypto Stackers, guys. If you have not subscribed and gone and used Crypto Stackers, what the hell is wrong with you? The link to Crypto Stackers is in the description. If you like charts, go use it.
If you'd like to know how the pyramids are built, you're also tuned into the right channel. They actually did a mock pyramid construction. So they got a bunch of people and ropes.
But dating back all the way to when it was made?
Yeah.
What?
They use it like
they use all the tools and the tools that they had then. Yeah,
Okay.
they use like logs,
And
they would put the bricks on top of the logs, and then they'd pull them and then roll them. Yeah. Anyways, it's possible.
It's possible.
Possible.
Okay.
So no, the aliens did not build the pyramids. Or do you believe that? Which one? What camp do you fall in?
I don't know what I fall in.
But back then it was easy because the Earth was flat.
What if you went inside the pyramid?
Are you a flat
tombs?
earther? Are you a flat earther?
What? No. Flat Earth makes no sense.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Why not?
Why not? What?
Flat Earth.
Are you a flat earther,
God.
Rocco?
Rocco,
Oh,
stop
God.
it right
You
now.
guys use a Google Map and Apple
Wasn't
Map,
Christopher
you can go
Columbus? Wasn't Christopher Columbus Italian?
Bro, was he?
Or no, he was Portuguese. Or
Was he?
Italian.
Christopher Columbus was Italian, but it was
Yeah, see, he was Italian. I knew it.
Oh,
So,
he was.
anyways,
under Spain.
He was born in Vegas.
he was trying to sail across the seas, and obviously,
Hey, guys, we got a confirmation.
Confirmed.
there it is.
Crypto stock.
Okay, Robin,
That was
go to since my laptop isn't working, go to our Twitter page, go to our profile, and go to the tweet I put confirmed.
confirmed.
Yeah. Go
Is
to
it
our
about?
Twitter.
Is it about aliens?
No, just go to our Twitter. This was so funny.
All right.
Go to profile.
Twitter's up.
Go to
like
profile on the bottom left. There you go. Scroll down. Right there, confirmed. Q4. Okay, click on that. Now pull up his laptop. So Jim Cramer said yesterday that the stock market could have a big rebound by the end of the year. So that means only one thing. It has been confirmed. Scroll up. Q4 of this year will be the worst quarter in stock market's history.
Are
Jim
you
Cramer is
you
a
counter
clown.
trading? Is that
Dude,
what
he
you're,
is a clown.
is that your
such a
premise on this?
douche. I can't stand that dude, man. That dude did so much.
I don't know, man.
You know,
I don't
actually
mind
not gonna-
watching. I don't mind watching his show. You
I
know
don't
what?
like Jim Cramer.
He broke out of the traditional mold. You know, he kind of has kind of the same vibe we have, where it's like, hey, push against the mainstream media.
Yeah, but with logic.
CNN all
with
buttoned up.
logic. Not just throw crap at the wall and be like, oh, well, that didn't stick. Let me try this crap. By the way, if you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you go follow us at Sin City Crypto 1. That is all I have for today.
Lastly, Crypto Stacker says the moon is a secret space station. Very possible.
Is that
Could
what
be like a
Captain-
Death Star, you know?
The Allo planet is an artificial satellite.
Well, we officially talked the least amount of crypto and the most amount of nonsense today, but it felt good. It felt good because the chat was engaged. We debunked some myths and theories when it comes to traditional buildings and monuments. Also, do you think what is it? What's that big the thing in DC that looks like a spear? What's that build? You know that building? It's not a building.
The really tall one?
Yeah, it's just like a tall like
The one that
spike.
Spider-Man saved that person from?
Yeah.
That is the really tall building in Washington, D.C. All right. We're done.
Tomorrow we will bring lots of crypto information. Today we were taking a day off and discussing all things conspiracy theories.
You know what, man? We're in a bear market. Sometimes it's good to have fun. And we are an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, boring, and stale information and we package it up in a roll the outro. Friends, family, friends and family, family of friends. We thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. We hope you enjoy the content. Make sure you go join our Discord. Follow us on all our socials. Check out Crypto Stackers.
Washington Monument.
Washington Monument. On behalf...
It's our belief.
On behalf of myself, Robin, and the Don, we thank you guys. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Vegas time. Peace.
like